What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. Hopefully everyone's having a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. And yeah, pretty much I was going to talk about stuff that was going on in the NBA with everything going on with like the Celtics, and I know the Lakers have gotten better. And again, yeah, we can just talk about it for 40 minutes about how like the NBA off season, is just completely nuts right now. But that's not what is going to be the focus of this week's episode. And just to talk about and just to infer, I know that OnSight is supposed to be more than just a sports podcast, and I know that's kind of like been how it is the last couple of weeks, and since its very early lifespan, it's been pretty much talking about the NBA and baseball and all that stuff, and it tries to tie into life. But I feel like I kind of like neglected a little bit of like more of the life portion of it, and I want to just talk about like stuff I'm grateful for, and yeah, just pretty much taking a different spin on everything, and just want you guys to hear what I got to say, and just putting my thoughts out there, and pretty much yeah. So Thanksgiving's just right around the corner, a few days away, and I hope everyone's gonna stay safe this Thanksgiving holiday, and I pray that everyone has a beautiful holiday as well. So the things that I'm thankful for, I would say one of the things that comes to my mind, and it's probably it surprised me when I first thought about it. It's my education and school in particular. So, and even thinking back, because I'm a few years removed from graduating, and just looking back, it makes me realize how much I miss like the good times, like the good times when it was like you'll be able to see your friends every day and be able, like, I'm not gonna lie, school was fun, and for the most part it was fun, high school and stuff like that, and that's not even the most important thing that I wanted to talk about when it came to being thankful for my education. Even though I didn't build some great relationships, and it really shaped my brain into what I wanted to be and wanted to become, but really thinking about it, how school and college and going to university now has really kind of like opened my eyes to who I want to be, and it gets me excited to be exploring new things. So I can say that I'm grateful for that, because, and I got to say this about college. Let me just put this out there. If you don't know what you want to do, by all means, do not go to college. That's what I got to say about that. But again, everybody's different. But I'm just saying, I don't want somebody to feel like they're wasting their time doing something that they feel like it's not going to help them in the long run. Like, if you feel like you can be productive, you can enjoy your life and live a productive life, not going to college and not going to university, by all means, don't go, because it's not for everyone. And that's the beautiful thing, that you have the right to choose, and you're able to choose what you want to do. But yeah, I say this because, and besides, like, also there's different routes you can go about it. Like, if you don't know what you want to do, but you want to get your required classes out of the way and stuff like that, by all means, go and do that. And when you figure out what you want to do and what career path you want to choose, by all means, like that like, there's so many different ways that people can go about it. Like, college doesn't have to be for you. And I say that it was because don't waste your time. There's only so much time that you have here. Like, make the most of it and just do what you want to do. That's what I say. And it really surprised me when I said education, but yeah, like, I'm listening to that, like, I can really make really great points about why it's important, because it really has shaped what I wanted to do, and it's helped me stay on that road of where I wanted to be. And to be honest, without having that joy and stuff while doing school, and kind of like opening up the avenues to my career path, this podcast would have never been possible. And this carries so much more weight than you guys know when it comes to, like, this is such a milestone for me. And I can understand, like, even if this podcast isn't on the biggest of stages, I'm still happy in what I've been doing here and what, like, OnSight has been, and I'm just having fun with it. Like, at this point, like, if you're not having fun with it, like, what's the point of you even doing something in the first place? So that's what I can say about that. And yeah, like, I can say that I'm grateful for my family. I'm thankful for my friends and all that good stuff, and that's absolutely true. But I feel like those things should go without saying, because you hear people say that every year. It should go without saying, and nobody should feel any type of way if they don't hear somebody say that when they say what they're thankful for, because that should just go without saying. And so yeah, I'm not gonna dive too deep into that, but I will say this though. I am thankful for the life I've been given, and I couldn't ask for anything better. Even if stuff gets stressful, and like, quite honestly, I'm a 19-year-old kid going to college, and I feel like at times I got the life of like a 30-something-year-old man at times, because I'm not, but that's just the situations we're all given. And that's, again, it's like, again, I just shrug my shoulders and laugh, because like, I mean, again, I couldn't ask for anything better. And you will never hear me complain about anything like that, because that's just not the person I am. And I'm thankful for the person I am. I can say that. That's the one I've been trying to say. So I've always been on the straight and narrow, and I've appreciated the people around me who have kind of kept me on that track and kept me to being the person I want to be. And I don't even need to get any more into it, because people know who they are. And so that's all I'm going to really say about that. But I would say for everybody else in their lives, I would hope people feel the same way, that they can smile back at themselves, and they can go out every day with a smile, and everything that gets hit with them, they can look at it and smile, because that's really what I've always wanted to be pushing myself to do. It's because complaining and just like wallowing in the mud and just like dragging your feet in what life is, like, that's not gonna get you anywhere. And in fact, that pisses me off when I see people who are like, it's pretty much just wasted potential at this point, and you're wasting your own time, and you're wasting your own life, and you're wallowing your life away, and you're like pretty much get what you need to get done, and just smile through it. You know, that's what I need to, that's what I want to say. And don't get me wrong, it's not gonna just be all about like just deep thought and like, oh, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for movies. I'm thankful because movies, that's my escape from everything. I think I might have mentioned this on this show before, but movies, that's my escape. Marvel, like superhero movies in particular, I know, like, I'm excited. I like those the Marvel and MCU movies always get me. Always put me in a great mood, and always going to the movie theater, because that is like, that's always my sense of escape whenever I'm feeling down or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, it's music and baseball and all this other stuff, and I can talk about baseball. I could probably make this longest episode we've ever had here, just myself talking about why baseball is so important to me. But I've been wanting to hold that back for maybe more next year. I'll probably save that till next year. But like, I always wanted to keep that story. In that's always has a special place in my heart. That's pretty much what I can say. Making long story short, at least of right now, baseball has a special place in my heart. And yeah, and like, I've always like anime and stuff like that. Like, I'm on a Naruto binge, and the people who really put me on to, like, you know, actually appreciating like movies and appreciating anime and getting a better understanding and being more cultured when it comes to that stuff. Like, it's fun. Like, and it's fun learning off of people and getting put on to stuff. There's nothing wrong with people hooking you up with new stuff to do and new things to learn. And that's why I felt like education was what I was thankful for, because it opened doors. And yeah, so, and like basketball and all the other good stuff that in your life, you should just be able, if you can look at your life and smile, then you don't really need to state exactly what you're thankful for. And like, with that being said, I can say that, again, everybody goes through their rough times and like stress. And again, like, I said, I'm a 19-year-old kid, and I'm starting to develop gray hair. Like, that's the crazy thing to me. And I can say, again, it's like my life it's been a roller coaster, and it's been a fun one at that. Even though like stuff like again stuff it's like you can be at the highest of highs, lowest of lows, but that's what it's you win some, you lose some. You know, that's what the great John Witherspoon said, and one of the like my favorite comedians. And I'll quote another comedian, I believe it was Kevin Hart, who said this. And this is probably one of the more important things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful of laughter. And Kevin Hart did say, I believe, he said, a day without laughter is a day wasted. And I feel like that holds a lot more weight with me, because if you can't, like, and that's like, it doesn't really need too much explaining, because it's kind of self-explanatory in the quote itself. Because if you can't look back every day and laugh, that's just like, I couldn't even describe how my life would be without laughter and without joy and happiness. Because happiness is, again, I feel like this is the best feeling in the world, is just to maintain a consistent happiness. And I would want to say this to people. I feel like a lot of people, like a lot of my peers and a lot of people who are around my age, and people I'm around, and people in general, let's say that. I feel like people in general feel like they have everything all figured out. And I say this to you. Having everything all figured out, then what, you would have nothing left to learn. And living a life that there's nothing left to learn and nothing new to explore, that's no fun. And with that quote being said, I'm going to wrap this show up. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. I hope everyone has a beautiful and safe Thanksgiving, and enjoy the holidays. Holidays are upon us, and I count the days away that we get back to spring, because, you know, I love that warm weather. But everybody stay safe out there, and see you guys next week. Love you guys.